Good evening, this is Lady Scarlet, and I'm doing a read for Scorpio this evening. And this will be the longer read with the recent past, current, home spot placement, and as well as a near future and outcome with clarifiers. So I know it has been a little bit. I did some soul journey readings, which I hope that you got to see and got something out of. So I'm going to do my Night Veil deck because it's been reading for me really, really well. So let's start with that. I just want to say also that you might need to flip roles in readings to see which part resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, you might look at the other placements in your chart. As well as, I can read polyamory, ENM, and different kinds of relationships in my readings. As well as I do look for career. I look at things that might be important for people that are retired as well, or caregivers in the home. So those things might pop up in my reads if I see them. Okay. As well as different things. I kind of never know what's going to pop up. If it pops up in the energy, then I'm going to read it. I do premeditate on the cards and do a little bit of pre-shuffle, and so I get a little bit of an idea of what the energy is going to be like. I also want to say that I'm never going to reach out to anybody for readings. The only way that I do personal readings is if somebody emails me directly into my email, and I will reply from my email if you have messaged me. There are a lot of scammers about for tarot and oracle readers, so I am very careful with your privacy. I'm also a therapist, so I take privacy very, very seriously. You should know that. It's very important to me. And always I keep things very, very private. So this is also a collective reading, so I'm going to pick up a lot of different kinds of energy, so bear that in mind. Also, I believe the moon is in Gemini tonight, so who knows what we're going to find out, right? Might be all kinds of things that show up in these readings this evening. And so just covering the read is a Four of Cups in reverse. And so it looks like you're like, no, I'm not really looking at the offers that are coming in. You're kind of sitting pretty right now, Scorpio. You've been planting some seeds. You've got a Seven of Pentacles. You're working on things. You're working on things. You're not really concerned about all of the offers coming in. You're really thinking about all of those things. King of Cups in reverse tells me that you're probably getting some offers that you are turning down. That's what I get from that card. You're turning offers down because you're looking at things extremely critically right now. Judgment card too. You have made some decisions on things and you are not turning back. Final judgment. So you are really looking for that Ten of Cups, and that is it. You have made the decision about what you want. So any offers that come on the table better come correct, or you're not having any of it. So in the base part of your read, let's look at that really quickly and see, and then we'll clarify. You've got a Two of Pentacles in reverse. You're not juggling anything any longer. It's too much. You're overwhelmed. I'm done with that. And we'll clarify that. But that is the energy that I get from that card right now. Eight of Pentacles in your home spot in the upright position tells me you've got your nose in the books. You're studying something. You want balance. And you also have a plan. You have something coming up and you want to be ready for it. We'll clarify more of that. Seven of Swords in your near future position. Yeah, no, come at me correct. I'm not dealing with shady and lies. We're not doing it. Real Queen of Swords energy that I'm feeling. Would not surprise me if we get a Queen of Swords somewhere in here in this read. The Star in your recent past or current position. So wishes fulfilled. This is what you want, what you're striving for is, if I can't have it all, then nobody's coming with me. I'll do it on my own. That is what I get from this Star right now. If nobody can help me get my wish fulfilled, I will do it my damn self. That is really what I get off of this star. It's kind of a cold energy of I am done with all of the BS, so to speak. And that's what I got in that last long read for you all. But I think it's even more clear-cut now. It's just really clear. I think that you dodged a bullet, though. There was a tower coming, and now it's... no, we're not going to let the whole thing fall apart. I'm going to keep it together. I'm not going to allow everything to fall apart. You're really tidying up, so to speak. In the outcome, you have a 3 of Wands in reverse. And, you know, in the upright, it's, you know that your ship is coming in, you know what to expect. And this is kind of like, there were people kind of at a distance, and you have cut them off. You've just cut off anything that you don't know what to expect from. I don't know what to expect. I don't know where you're at with what you're doing, and I'm not playing that game. That's exactly the energy that I'm getting from this card. It's like wherever you were before in that read that I did about 2 weeks ago, it's even more clear now. It's you holding that that door slammed shut, basically. If you don't come correct with the appropriate key, the appropriate words, the appropriate actions, all things in place, then I'm not having it. So I really see that for you. And the Queen of Cups was also kind of an extra bonus outcome card. You have your cup of love, but you're waiting to give it to the right person who comes correct. And it will not happen unless. That's what I'm getting so far. So let's do some clarifiers. I hadn't decided which deck, but my Jane Austen deck is really calling out to me. So I think that's the one I'm going to use. I think it's the one that wants to speak to me tonight. So let's clarify this read for you. Clarify this 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And I get the 2 of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So, yeah, I mean, just more of that. Not feeling it, y'all. I'm not feeling it if you're not going to bring it. King of Swords in reverse and 2 of Cups in reverse. I mean, yeah. You do have the Magician upright. I mean, I'm kind of not shocked by any of this. There's a lot of suitors or lovers that are coming along. You must be very, very attractive right now, my dear Scorpio. Which you always are, right? Scorpios are very seductive. There's just a thing about them that's very seductive and mysterious. But you mean business. I can feel it off the cards. Let's see what these cards say. Okay, so on the 2 of Pentacles, here's that 2 of Cups in reverse, y'all. 2 of Cups in reverse. You're like, no. I said no. As she says in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. No. And the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. You can't come as the Emperor? You know, the Emperor is who drives the chariot. If you're not good enough to drive the chariot, sir, move along, right? And remember, I'm not reading gender, so to speak. I'm reading energy. So it's like if you don't have the car, the house, the job in line, then you're not going to be with the Empress. You're not going to have me. And you also there has been communication. Of course, you pulled back, so now they're communicating, right? They're trying to tell you, I can give you what you want. They're saying all those sweet words, but it's the Devil in reverse, and you're like, no, you don't have power here anymore. Sorry. I'm rescinding my cup, right? It's my cup. I can love myself better than you can. I have all of the things in place I need, right? And under that, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You're like, no, I can just pause it for now. I'm like, I'm good. I'm just going to sit on my throne and wait, right? Let's look at this Eight of Pentacles and the home spot. I really think that's you just biding your time, getting everything in place that you want and need in preparation, because you're seriously like, I'll just do it myself. I don't need you. I'm cool. I am unbothered. Whew, we had a lot of cards flip out, but those two for sure. I'm going to look at these other ones. So, Seven of Cups, you're like, yeah, I've got options. I've got options. You must not know about me, right? I can have another you by tomorrow. Chariot in reverse, right? That Emperor's in reverse and so is the Chariot. Stands to reason. The Emperor's in reverse, so the Chariot will be. Chariot's the fastest moving card in the deck, right? And it's stalled right now. It's stalled. You know, you did have the Seven of Pentacles came out in reverse, and then, oh look, they're in their head. What can I possibly do to get Scorpio to pay attention to me right now? What could I offer them? Their little Three of Cups. Oh, you made me a third party situation, didn't you, Emperor in reverse? Well, guess what? If I am not the one, then there ain't gonna be none. There's the Tower. Yeah, I think you know what you want, Scorpio. Let's look at the Seven of Swords in reverse. Oh, I think you got a lot of people crying over you right now. I get a lot of energy, like you just cut everybody off. Including some friends and family who were trying to get handouts. I like, it's a lot of people. You're done with the foolery. You're generous to a point, and then you're done. Not going to do it anymore. Y'all didn't pay me back. Y'all didn't come to my birthday party. You didn't make anything for this. Five of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Somebody had some shady stuff happen in their committed relationship, and now that committed relationship is towing the line, right? Looks like maybe somebody got put in a third-party situation, and they said, no, sir, or no, ma'am. That will not be happening. And that King of Cups, his little cup got tipped over. Cut off of communication, wasn't he? Or she. Or they. Either one. And now, true colors are shown, right? I'm putting all those cards down there because they matter. There is a change happening. And you are overseeing everything, aren't you, Scorpio? Overseeing it all. I bet you have access to everything now. Because they got to prove it. They were acting foolish. Not anymore. Let's look at this Star card. Clarify this Star card for me. What's funny is I know a Scorpio, and I know that some of that is true, and it is kind of making me laugh a little bit that it's coming out so clearly in this read. But this is also in future placement, and so it just kind of tells me that in the timeline, some of you that hasn't happened yet. And my Scorpio dear friend, you know, she's a little fast in her timeline because she is also very, very intuitive. And so she picks up on things quite quickly. And always has. And the people around her should absolutely know that. Right? I dropped some cards. Let me grab them off of the floor. They wanted to jump out. Okay, on this Star card, you have partnerships. There are some partnerships around you that you can trust, and you know who those people are. There were some conflicts, but those were a lot of those were internal conflicts because you knew something was happening. And for some of you, it was like, oh, yep, now I've got proof, and that's what I wanted because I needed the change to happen, and I needed the proof to make that happen. Five of Cups, and it says, you pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope. So even though it was hurtful, it meant that healing could begin, right? And that's what you wanted, right? But it also turned everything upside down. This is Ten of Pentacles, upside down. So it kind of destroyed the plans that you had, and it meant that you had to make new plans. Remember I said you were busy working and studying with that Eight of Pentacles in your home spot? It changed the plan, but it also allowed you to enact the plan that you wanted, right? Because somebody was trying to act all empery and tell you what they wanted, and now they don't get to, right? Now you get to enact your plan. And so, through their own karma and your good karma, you get to have the ending that you wanted. And I just say, yay for you, Scorpio. Let's clarify this Tower in reverse, please. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can you please tell me about this Tower in reverse? Yay for my Scorpios for just wait. Scorpios can be patient. And you have the Four of Pentacles. So you're holding on to what you got right now, because you've always got something, Scorpios. You always have something up your sleeve. You're holding your pentacles close. You're holding your information close because you're waiting for the right moment to sting. So you're not done. You've still got things in the bag, okay? And I know it, because you know that you could make that tower fall, or you could save it. And you haven't decided which one you want to do yet. You also have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you're saving your tears because you're not done yet. Scorpios are incredibly good at waiting. Never seen anybody more patient than a Scorpio when it means that they might get a better ending out of something, right? It's not always devious. Sometimes it's just absolutely smart. Cunning, if you will. My daughter's a Scorpio, and I love that about her. You also have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah. You know when somebody's lying to you. You know when somebody's withholding information, don't you? You're not done yet, are you? You're not done. I was wanting one more, and there we go. And this is the Moon card. It's also the Eight of Cups. You haven't decided if you're going to walk away yet. You're waiting on your intuition to tell you when it's time. And it says we all have our best guides within us if only we would listen. And I know my Scorpios will. My Scorpios are absolutely listening to their intuition. Let's clarify this Three of Wands and the outcome. This Three of Wands in reverse and the outcome. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can you tell me about this Three of Wands and the outcome, please? Whew, some of these cards are wanting to jump out tonight, you all. We've got a lot of moon energy with those planets out, don't we? I feel like Scorpios are way into their intuition this last couple of months with all this moon energy and the watery energy. You know, water is your element, so you know when something's up. All right, we got, and at the bottom you have Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not done yet studying, but sometimes you don't look like you are. Sometimes people don't know that you're spying and gathering information, but you are always, and people should know that. They should not ever think that you don't know what's up, because you always know. So, again, Tower in reverse. You're trying to keep everything from falling apart, and you've got the Magician. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think that's you. You're the Magician. You're just biding your time to see who gets your cup. Just waiting. Just waiting. I want to do one more clarifier, though, on that Queen of Cups. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can I get another couple of clarifiers for this Queen of Cups for my Scorpios, please? Just another couple of clarifiers, please. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Whew, that was a lot of cards. Just another couple of clarifiers for my Queen of Cups, please. Watch out, we'll run out of cards. I know which one wants to keep coming out, but it's... I'm going to flip them over and maybe it'll pop out. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can you please give me a couple of clarifiers for my Scorpios for this Queen of Cups? gave me a lot of clarifiers, but this is the one that I was seeing, and it came out in the inverse as a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And so that, those are earth signs: Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You also have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody was spending some of your money or your stuff, taking some of your stuff, and you don't like that, and you don't allow it. Empress in reverse. That's the Queen of Wands. So maybe somebody even doing some magic against you, some dark magic, and you put a nil on that. Yeah. They caused their own judgment. Bad karma. Bad karma. Don't be messing with that, right? Now, this could be a Scorpio that's doing dark magic. And I would tell you, you know what happens when you do that. And I'm not going to make any judgment there. I'm just going to say you know what the consequence is. Right? Seven of Wands. Make sure that you're doing defense against the dark arts, if you will. Okay? And if I know my Scorpios, I know that they know what they're doing. So I'm not going to say any other word on that. Let's clarify with my personal deck on some advice for my Scorpios, okay? I know that my peeps know what kind of magic I do, and that I do a lot of protection magic. And I do a lot of healing magic for people that are struggling with health issues and things like that. That's kind of what I do. All people that are healers do it a different way, and I make no judgments there. So just make sure you protect yourself always, my Scorpios, and as well as cross watchers. Just know what you're doing. There's a lot. It takes a lot of years to know what you're doing with magic, okay? All right, let's get some clarification from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors for my Scorpios. All right, you got the Doing the Unstuck by The Cure, and it says, let's get happy. It's never too late. You need to let go of some things, burn the past. So for those of you that are magic folks, there might be something that you need to burn to get rid of it. There might be something that's got something attached to it that you need to burn. I just got that real quick, and I'm getting a flame in my scrying bowl. There is some object you need to burn. Okay, not a house. Okay, let's not get in trouble for arson, but there's some object you need to burn to get rid of its potency, if you will. Kick out the doom and blues. Somebody's having nightmares. It's not on this card, but I feel like somebody's having nightmares, and if you burn that object, it might be some kind of clothing. Some kind of clothing. Maybe a jacket, maybe. And I see there's a C on it, maybe. There's something to do with the C. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. Let me get another couple of cards for advice for my Scorpios, please. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Okay, we got Be Good by Waxahachie. This is a love song without the love. Best friend energy. So some of you have been in a relationship for a really long time, and it just feels like you're friends rather than lovers. And I always say, if you want to stay with this person, then you need to really have that challenging, uncomfortable conversation and say, let's spice it up, right? Let's spice it up. Or, if there's things we need to talk about and get it out in the open, let's talk about it. But do we want to stay together? Or do we need to have a parting of ways? I would never tell anybody to split up. That's not what I'm saying. But there is an uncomfortable conversation that needs to be had about what do we need to do to either spice it up or go our separate ways or take a hall pass, whatever it is you need to do. I'm not passing any judgments, but what is it you need to do to make that relationship what you need it to be, okay? Can I get another couple of cards, clarifiers for my Scorpios, please? Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can we get, okay. I think about you often. At times I can't sleep. So there's somebody out there thinking about you, my dear Scorpio. And this could be you too. There might be somebody you're thinking about and you can't sleep. But I'm getting it more about maybe 2 or 3 different people. Because you're very attractive right now. And they're thinking about you. They want to message you. And I think some of you have cast spells, banishing spells, or or cord, cord cutting spells where they can't. So, but they're not sleeping. They want to. And you have a divine counterpart as well. Some of you, this is the In My Life by the Beatles. Okay? It's divine counterpart. Big, healthy love. And if it's a brand new love for you, it might feel too good to be true, but that doesn't mean that it is, right? It could be your divine counterpart. Also got Pisces energy, aquamarine. This is creativity, hope, courage, emotional clarity, cool-headed, calm and composed. It clears impure thoughts. It's faithfulness, communication skills. Some of you might be dealing with a Pisces. That might be your other person or one of your people. I also got Topaz, which is a Scorpio energy card. And it says positivity, warmth, growth, calmness, wealth and abundance, passion, purpose, personal power, ambition, resolution, overcoming obstacles, and clarity. So you might need to wear some topaz now, my Scorpios. All right, let's get a couple more clarifiers. Woo, those just fell out, and they kind of fell off of the deck, so I'm not going to use those. Let's get that one. Definitely came out. Okay. And it says a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take a chance, break the shackles. Some of you are thinking about leaving your job and starting your own thing. This is the time for that, okay? I'm not telling you what to do. If you like the security of your job, okay, but there are times when we can start things while we still have the security of our job. But this is a time for that. This year and this time of the year is a good time for that. So if you're going to jump, now's the time to do it. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Okay, let's just get a couple more clarifiers for my Scorpio from my personal deck. Okay. All by Myself by Eric Carmen. You need to be more social. You've been isolating too much. It's about time to come out of that. You might have been dealing with some karmic partners. Look, you're clearing those cycles. I really feel like I saw that. I don't remember seeing the world in here. So maybe you're not quite done with that cycle, and that's why you've been isolating a little bit if you have. And maybe you've been feeling a little bit insecure and like I don't need anybody, but you need to get it with your social circle and get out just a little bit more safely. I'm not saying just go out partying and letting your freak flag fly or anything, but you may have even been dealing with the twin flame, and your heart feels very fragile. So just go spend time with people that you trust, with friends, with your gal pals or your buddies, okay? And just get out there and, and let your hair down just a little bit, but safely, okay? I'm going to ask a couple of questions from my personal oracle also for some practical advice for you. Let's find out what they say for you. For our Scorpios. All right. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels for your wonderful advice for my Scorpios. Can you give us a couple of cards of advice for them as they are healing and on their path? We're always healing, aren't we? So one thing happens and we're going through different things and we're trying to build ourselves up for the next thing that happens. So for some of you, you might be very, very depressed or really dealing with a lot of anxiety. It might be time to seek a professional, right? Or it might be a professional of some other thing. Maybe you're wanting to start a business and you want to talk to a CPA or somebody that starts businesses because you want to do a business plan. But whatever it is that you're looking at, seek a professional for guidance, and there's all kinds of free resources too. And there's all kinds of videos and all kinds of resources out there that do not cost money. So seek professional help in whatever endeavor it is that you're looking at. There is nothing foolish about hope. Whatever this big plan that you have that you're brewing, that you're hopeful about, there's nothing foolish about it. Right? The only thing is to just do it. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We abandon our souls because we are afraid if we don't, others will abandon us. Look, you always have yourself, and you have universal, unconditional love. Always. Remember that. The universe loves you. You are here for a reason. Always. You always have a purpose. It is you that has to find it, though. You can't just be told what it is. You have to go in search of it. And I would tell you to go look at your soul journey if you have not done that. And that might give you some guidance on how to do that. And not just my post, but there are other soul journeys available on YouTube if you search for them. You know, or, you know, there are people that do that where that you can go face to face. I would do that. If somebody wants to email me, I'll do their personal soul journey. You can email me for that. Call a friend. What did I say? Be social. You need to talk it out. Talk it out with a friend. Talk about your plan, whatever it is, or if you're suffering, call a friend, someone that you trust. I thought I saw a card flip, but I'm not seeing it. Let's get just a couple more of these oracles. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can I get a couple more oracle cards for my Scorpios, please? Treat yourself, and whatever that means for you. For me, it's a pedicure every once in a while, and I go and do that. Or I might go get a fancy coffee with some friends. Or I might go out to eat for lunch with some friends of mine. Right? Whatever that means for you. It's different for all of us. Let's just get one more of these. I say one more and it gives me several. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have faith. When you start seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot it means you're getting close to your ascension, but you have to complete your karmic circle. Whatever that karmic lesson is, it's time to complete it. And I think some of you are very, very close, according to what I'm seeing here. Yo mama, some of your karmic circle has to do with your mama. And some of you, if your mother has passed on, then she's letting you know that she's watching and she's proud of you. There are different relationships with mothers. Some of those relationships are very difficult. So, however this resonates with you, just know that you're on the right path, okay? If your mother is alive and you have a good relationship, call her, okay? Never be afraid to sit a while and think. You need to process a lot of these plans that you have and Scorpios don't generally just jump into things. So process, talk to the people that you trust. Make the right plan. Do not be too eager to deal out death in judgment, okay? None of us get to do that. None of us get to do that. Wish them well, forgive them, and move on. Whether or not you ever speak to them again, it doesn't matter. Move on. Let it go. That's my best advice for that. Let's get you some runes and animal totems. All right, let me clear out a little space here so we can see a little bit better. I always want to call my Scorpio friend after I do this and be like, girl, you all right? She may call me tomorrow, though, or text me. That's kind of how it works. I always tell people this reading, the way that I read, she taught me years and years and years, nearly 20 years ago, okay? We've known each other for a long time. And one of my dearest friends is more like a sister to me at this point. And so I always have to give her props because I do my read the way that I do it because of her. And so I always think of her especially when I do the Scorpio read. But she is one of my soul sisters. So let us grab an animal totem for my Scorpios. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Ooh, you got a ram. Here's the ram. And it says, sacrifice, growth, and divine life. What did I tell y'all? Some of you are ready for your awakening and ascension. The ram is a symbol from ancient mythology that has long been associated with sacrifice and ritual slaughter. The ram's death is not only an offering, but a precursor to rebirth and thus a symbol of renewal. The ram's association with new beginnings and new life is reflected in the astrological sign of Aries, which marks the start of the astrological year in spring. In the Odyssey, the hero Odysseus narrowly escapes from the Cyclops cave and certain death by clinging to the underbelly of a ram, which hides him from the Cyclops' view. In the painting, the ram is shown holding a branch, a reference to the universal tree of life. Below, a woolly white ram is being honored by animal deities. The Kalmuk people of Mongolia would consecrate such a white ram chosen from their flock, giving it the title, the Ram of Heaven. This holy ram was never shorn. I'll show that to you again closer so you can see the imagery in there. This is much like the phoenix, right? The phoenix rising. And so you are having a rebirth, and that's part of that awakening and ascension. So some of you are very much in that process. Let me get 3 runes for you. And ooh, you have been having it rough, haven't you? You have Tear in reverse. Tear in reverse can't be that bad. It just kind of means waning enthusiasm. Like things have been rough and your energy is kind of waning. Let me read to you. I had to get a drink of coffee, y'all. Failure in competitive enterprises and lack of fidelity in both love and friendship. And so you're just kind of like, meh. I'm sick of this. So it often signifies an impeded energy flow on some level. It can indicate a dearth of ideas and creative thoughts, and often shows extreme impatience on the part of the querent. So you. When paired with delay runes and an otherwise positive reading, it could indicate that you are experiencing the dark before the dawn. Now that's not the case, because you have 2 really great runes after. Okay? 2 really great runes. So I'm excited about those for you. So it could show that you're inclined to give up in the face of difficulties, or are unlikely to make much of an effort on your behalf. It indicates that you expect good things to drop into your lap by divine right, and if they don't, you give up. It shows that any relationship now going on will not reach a permanent conclusion, but, we've got 2 really great runes after that, so hold on. In communication, there might be misunderstandings and difficulties. Maybe even, it could be reconciliation or eventual separation, but that can be discerned from the surrounding runes. It can also be that you've been wearing your heart on your sleeve, you've been very emotional, and you might be getting hurt a little bit too easily. And remember, we've had a lot of, we've all been honorary Cancers, and there's been a lot of Pisces stuff going on. We are in the season of Pisces right now, okay? But, what did I say? There's 2 incredibly good runes. You have Ing, and you also have Sigil. And Sigil, okay, listen. This is one of the great runes of victory, and its appearance means, it assures success, okay? This is Sigil right here. And it's a rune of great power. Much power will be available to you at this time. So literally, the sun will come out tomorrow, okay? It literally means that. Any opposition that you're encountering is going to be swiftly overcome. And that means that you're going to be able to relax and take it easy. So whatever you have been working so hard on, it's going to be okay. You do not have, the only negative rune you have is Tear, which is not really, it's just inverted right now. This is not really a negative rune, okay? It could indicate that you often worry a great deal about your problems, but can never seem to get up enough motivation to do anything about them. This rune cannot be inverted. It's always a successful rune. It always means victory. So it can refer to the sort of person who is very self-centered and who wants to be totally in charge of their life at all times. If this can't be done, anxiousness and helplessness will set in. Okay? But it is a rune of great health and vitality, and it sometimes turns up in the rune cast to indicate that the person in question is concerned about their health. Positive runes to look for. Okay, so you may have had some health issues, but they will turn around. Just based on the other, you have Ing too, okay? So that means based on these 3 runes together that you have strong powers of recovery. So believe that something will work out if it's a health related issue, okay? Because Ing is your outcome, and that tells me that these health issues with perseverance, and that means you need to do what you're supposed to do, the outcome will be good for you. That doesn't mean 100% full recovery and you're going to be Superman. It just means that they are going to be okay. You are going to be okay. All right. Now, Ing is almost always a positive rune, and only in the most negative of rune casts does it even suggest failure, okay? It indicates that the force is available to you at this time to complete any projects, and it shows successful conclusion to the problems at hand, and it is your outcome rune, okay? It also represents a sense of relief that comes from a positive accomplishment, and it can also indicate a mind free from anxiety. So remember what I said, that if you've been in your head a lot, it's going to get better based on Ing, okay, and Sigil. These 2 together indicate that things are going to feel a lot better for you very soon. This is a very important rune and can signal a huge event, okay? So family related things, you don't have any of the family related runes here, but it can indicate that things will get better in your family as well. So the ending of an old phase of life to give birth to new, and more exciting one. It can herald the birth of a child, but we don't have the Bjork rune here, so I don't want to say that for sure. It can indicate a new love affair, but we don't have Gifu or Wunjo here. So those things could happen, but we only have 3 runes. So you could look for those things to happen, but I don't have anything indicating that. It marks a time of positive energies and deliverance, and when it turns up in your rune cast, you can be assured of good fortune. So things, the tide is definitely turning in your favor, my dear Scorpios, okay? So please turn that frown upside down because it looks really good for you. Now, I'm going to pull you some Fairy Dust Oracle cards because I love to end with the fairies because they are wonderful and we absolutely love our fairies, okay? So Fairy Dust Oracle cards, please, my fairies. Can you give us some words of advice for my dear Scorpios? Thank you, angel guides and spirit guides and ancestors. Can we get some advice for our dear Scorpios? I'm getting like a ruby teardrop shape in the scrying bowl as well, if that's significant for anyone. You might be looking that as a sign of things to come. If you see that, pay attention to it. Okay. And then I got rain. Rain, rain comes today. Let all your troubles wash away. This one can sometimes mean sacred showers or sacred baths. So you might need to do a cleansing bath. Detoxing, kind of. Okay. It could just mean go dance in the rain, too, if that is something that you like to do. Wishing well. To make some wish magic, cast this spell, throw pennies into the wishing well. And you can make one too. You don't have to go find one. And fairy wings. In the forest, small lights glow. Those are fairies flying low. Go take a walk through the forest and find some fairy wings. And I always read the bottom one. And it says, peace, friends and family, and those who care. Peace is yours today to share. And remember, I said you need to spend some time with friends and family that you trust and talk to them about some of these plans that you've been working on. Go process with some people that you truly trust, okay? All right, my dear Scorpios. I want to say again, thank you for all of the people that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, and giving me the best and sweetest feedback. I do very much appreciate all of you. And with that, this is Lady Scarlett, and many blessings. Hope to see you soon.